Hey everyone, Updog here, and today we have a video on Secret Defenders. This is test server footage and giving you my breakdown on everything for the Secret Defenders. So, first off, I guess I wanted to just cover that I did only choose to take the new characters of the team to 5 red and 5 yellow stars. I could have gone higher, but I figured for better testing, 5 red, 5 yellow was probably a better way to see how the team will work for the majority of people. Some people will probably get 3 or 4 stars. Some people will get, all the way up to 7, 6, 7, something like that when they first come out. So I just thought I'd go kind of in the middle and see what they could do. So as far as let's do real quick the T4s and everything. So for Black Cat, and I did do ISO 4 on everybody, so that's something to keep in mind as well. So T4s on Black Cat, I did her passive. Now she does have a an awakened ability, or she will. And then I T4'd the ultimate, and that one has an awakened ability as well. T4'd the special, and then I left the basic. So, and then Striker ISO 8 I think is probably the best option for her. Also, her speed is 132, so pretty fast. For Doctor Strange, he can be a healer or a skirmisher. Now, I wouldn't recommend building him this high because I think, maybe gear 15, level like 85, I think he should be okay for what you want to use him for. I don't see him being the best 5th option, unfortunately. Even with his rework, it's kind of sad that he does not. He's the replaceable member, kind of like a Scarlet Witch and a Phantom X, and sometimes on Gamma I take out Hulk, even though I have a 7-red Hulk. Now this Doctor Strange is my well, what they do is they transfer over your account to the test account. So this is, I had pulled a 5 Doctor Strange, or I don't know, maybe I got it from an event or something. I thought they had him in an event sometime, but anyway. But if you're gonna use him on the team, I'd say healer or skirmisher would be a good one for him. And I went ahead and did the passive, ult, and special for T-Force for him. And then the new Miss Marvel. Let's see. I did skirmisher ISO 8 on her for her because, especially in arena, she goes first. She's the first one to take a turn. So to get that vulnerable out, and then Black Cat goes right after her. It's pretty good combo there for that. So I also did her passive, ult, and special on the T4s. So let's see here, and then Ghost Rider. I liked Raider. I could see Striker being a good option too, because he puts out a lot of bleeds, and that extra Striker ISO 8 will give you extra damage on those bleeds as well as just the ISO 8 attack on top of that. So Raider was kind of fun because he does have AoEs on every ability. Every ability has AoEs, and his ult is pretty cool. So the passive and ult, I did the T4s on that. The special immunity for 2 turns, I just wanted to see during my testing, what it was like without that, and it seemed fine. So there is that. So yeah, Striker Raider on the ISO 8 for him. For Photon, I like Striker for her as well. Passive and special for her is what I did. Her ult, whenever they have an ability that gives defense up for 2 turns, speed up for 2 turns, or offense up for 2 turns, whatever, I like to look at the cooldowns of the characters and how much, if they're getting any energy, and maybe I could do that ult and kind of refresh that again instead of needing that 2 turns. And they can always get clear too on the other side. So for those type of T4s, I don't put as high a priority on personally. I mean, you do what you want, but I'm just trying to essentially do the bare minimum that I can and still get by and still, you know, have a high success rate. So so that's Photon, and then oh, we're back to Black Cat. Okay, cool. I did also want to go over the uniques for each character as well. So Black Cat is the aluminium here, same as you know, Jubilee and Beast is, and Nakia is the more recent one that used that. Doctor Strange does use the palladium. So, you know, same as Brawn and Magneto. The new Miss Marvel uses promethium. Ghost Rider uses miasma, like the other Ghost Rider and some of the other important characters in the game. Photon is this molecular cloth, which a lot of characters lately have been using that. So that might be kind of hard to come by. So I did want to share that quickly with you guys before we move on to red stars. So as far as how many red stars I think, you know, eventually that you want to get on these characters, let's take a look at that. So for Black Cat, I think 6 to 7, depending on, you know, if she's going to be dark promotion credits or not. If she is, then, you know, it's going to be a while before you can get that high anyway. But definitely 5. And then whenever they release the 6th and 7th, if she's dark promotions, then definitely 6, I would say. And then kind of go from there. But dark promotions are being used a lot these days, so I know they can be hard to come by. So the Ghost Rider, I think 5 to 6 red stars is good. 6 if you can. 5 is still really good. That's what I did. Tested him at, it was 5 red stars, and he was pretty awesome. So, but 6 if you can. And then Photon, 5 or 6 as well. If you're really big into war, I do 6. She's got that passive attack everyone, just like Ghost Rider does. So really they're almost the same kind of character as far as red stars go. Ghost Rider a little bit more so because of his bleeds as well. But then Miss Marvel, I think she does fine at 5 red stars. She does her job. She tanks. She gives barrier. She clears positive effects, I believe it was, or maybe it copies them. Can't remember off the top of my head, but at 5 she was doing just fine. She was doing her job for me. So that's my recommendation. And then Doctor Strange, I'd say 5 at the most. If you're looking to upgrade him, unless they change something in his kit, make him better, he's, like I said, he's the replaceable one on the team. So one other thing real quick before we get into the test server footage, I wanted to show you my little chart that I made for the different war teams I was able to test against. And green means that, you know, it went really good, went fine. Most of them were punch across or maybe like 100 to 150k punch ups. So, and the team that I used for testing for most of the war stuff was, actually all the war stuff, was Gear 15, level 85, across the board for everybody. And then same stars and everything like I showed before. But that's just a real quick chart I wanted to show you. So yeah, if you wanted to see the war footage, let's take a look at that. We're going to do some war attacks, and this one, about 100k punch up, and this is Darkhold with Apocalypse. And I'm going to put it in 2x speed just to make it go a little bit faster. This match is a little bit tricky. You got to be sure to place the right abilities on the right person at the right time. So, ability block Wong here. Then I did Black Cat special on Morgan. Now, in her special, she's supposed to... Well, right now it's listed as she applies all these negative effects and then copies the positive effects. I think what she probably needs to have happen is reverse those two orders of operation. Copy and then put down all these negative effects, just so, you know, like people like who have immunity or whatever, so that way she can get around that still. So we're working on them, looking pretty good for us, although we've lost Photon. Miss Marvel's not doing so good. Oh, she just fell off. Oh, and then Black Cat just got deleted. So now we're not looking so good. You're looking good until you're not. So yeah, that was a rough match. That was the first attempt I had done against the Apocalypse with Darkhold. So this time second time I did win the match. A little bit different or turn placement, I guess, or negative effect placement. So now the ultimate from Miss Marvel can't be counterattacked, so that's why Apocalypse is not whacking me. I still did do the special on Black Cat on Morgan Le Fay, and then you ability block Wong, and then you can blind Agatha. Now that does trigger... This is a baby Apocalypse, but I blinded Agatha so she didn't put the offense down on us. Then Wong's gonna taunt. We're gonna do an AoE from Ghost Rider, and we're gonna be stuck behind Wong here for just a little bit longer. Now this team, this team I'm using is only a gear 15, level 85 team across the board with the T4s that I talked about. So considering their gear level and everything, and I still pull out this match, I think that was pretty good. 100k punch up, so. Ghost Rider and Photon, if you can keep them alive, they can do some major damage, so. Alright, so then the next up we are going to be facing a Gamma team. Now, this is in 2x because I just kept all my war matches in 2x. We're gonna go see here. So this is about a 75k punch up. Now this one, spoiler alert, I lost the first match again. Once again, just trying to get used to how to handle them, because you know you wanna stun She-Hulk, but then you also have Red Hulk to worry about as well. So we're going to try the blind with Photon here. That'll minimize some damage from Hulk. But then Red Hulk has all of his charges ready to go. I almost get him down if Brawn didn't. That's part of the problem, is Brawn has that safeguard and couldn't get around that. So Red Hulk does his ultimate, and then they just start kind of whittling away at us. Oh, this was kind of a weird bug. The two Ghost Riders get revived. That was weird. Even with two Ghost Riders, I couldn't beat them. So, but we're going to do a little bit of a different approach this next match here, and we'll be able to pull it out. So I was thinking, okay, if I stun She-Hulk, take her out of the equation, but what you want to do is actually stun Red Hulk so he doesn't do his ultimate. I thought with the charge removal from Photon, which now that I think about it, might just be, let's see here, see if I can, yeah, okay. I was just reading the text there. Maybe the charge removal is just in Arena. we went ahead and stunned Red Hulk and got him out of the way. Got OG Hulk taken care of already too. So. Then we just kind of clean up. So yeah, after you take out Red Hulk for sure, it becomes a lot easier. And even if you get a bunch of negative effects thrown back at you from She-Hulk, it's still an easy match. Takes a little longer, but you can still do it. So yeah, just make sure to take out Red Hulk in this matchup. All right, so next up is Arena. So this is supposed to be the Arena Apex team, right? So let's find out if we can get that to match. So I did. Let's see if I can rewind just a tiny bit. Okay, so going up against this team here, the 2.2 million, 3 Horsemen, Apocalypse, and Kang. So this is a 1.2 million punch-up. Now, this team that I was using, I believe is all Gear 16, level 80 or maybe level 90. We'll have to find out here when we get this started. Okay, level 90, Gear 16. So, alright, let's take a look here. So, her ult will rewind turn meter, so that's why I did that there. And then I just decided to stun Red Hulk because I don't want him getting out of control. And there we go. It did take away the charges. Black Cat did. So then we have an ability block we can use. So I was like, well, do I do Rogue or do I do Morgan Le Fay? So I chose Rogue in this match. So got rid of Red Hulk, but we still have that Apocalypse with Safeguard and Immunity. So I don't want to set him off with the speed up, but I also need to do something about him. So let's see. Yeah, let's do Ghost Rider Ultimate here. Pretty good, decent damage. Then I think I went after Apocalypse to get that speed up, copy that and everything. Immunity. Yep. So this Apocalypse also is a baby Apocalypse. Now, it is a 1.2 million punch up, so considering that, I think we're doing pretty well, but seems like it's taking a while, you know. And a lot of my abilities, because of the safeguard, is just kind of not really doing much. And then Kang just wipes us out. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see. In Strike Time, I believe they talked about maybe subbing out Doctor Strange. So since that safeguard is an issue for us, let's put Apocalypse in place of Doctor Strange. So that next video, that will be that. So yeah, the same team, same gear level, everything, except for this is my Apocalypse here from my account. He's 95, gear 17, so we go ahead and rewind turn meter again. We're gonna, I'm just showing the team here, so everybody's 7 red on the other side, which is crazy too. So we're gonna stun Red Hulk, I believe. Come on up, dog. Let's go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so she did not chain over to Apocalypse, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll just have to deal with it. I'm gonna ability block Rogue again, and boom, there goes Red Hulk. And we're gonna blind. Let's see. It's a blind to adjacents as well. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna, because it's not, cannot be counterattacked. So that's what's nice about this team. I think, you know, that's what makes them a good counter versus Apocalypse teams is, you know, a lot of their abilities are not able to be counterattacked. Then my empowered Apocalypse just destroys, and there you go. There's the win. But so I was thinking, do we really need a team that can beat this if we have to use Apocalypse, you know? So I guess that's the main question. So what I decided to do was bump up the gear levels on the full Secret Defenders again, and to gear 17, I believe. I'm trying to find my team here. Yeah, so now everybody's gear 17. And this match that I'm about to do is a little bit less of a punch up. I found another team. Now this Apocalypse is empowered, or awakened, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's still about a 700k punch up, I think, but it does go a little bit better. So let's take a look here. Wait, what did I do with Black Cat? Let's see, let's go back, sorry. So I rewound the 3 over here. I went through so many tests, so I do apologize. Oh, right, I rewound Apocalypse, okay. Maybe, oh, because Black Cat got rewound, okay. Now I see what's going on. Okay, so we ability block Rogue. See, Miss Marvel, she does her job, like I said, so I don't really see, I mean, eventually you could put 6 stars on her when you get her that high, but I don't think it needs to be right out the gate, you know? There we go, there's Black Cat special. Boom, Photon just blows him up. And who are we going to blind here? We're going to blind Rogue and Red Hulk. So Doctor Strange now with his special, on top of flipping the positive effects, he will also add a couple random negative effects, but I just decided to go with the basic there. Now Apocalypse is doing his things. Miss Marvel hanging in there, see? Like I said, she does her job. Just kind of like Wong did on Darkhold, you know? In the early days, if you had him 3 or 4 stars, he does his job just fine. So she just took a full empowered basic from Apocalypse and didn't die. So I'd call that a win. So now we're just kind of cleaning up here. Finally got rid of that safeguard from Apocalypse. And then we can finally take him out. So if you're facing this team in the arena, basically want to leave Apocalypse alone. And like I said, this one is the big Apocalypse, fully awakened and everything. So yeah, just leave him alone, take care of everybody else, and leave him for last, and you can win. So now as far as the mirror match that you're probably going to see in arena at some point, I would say it's going to be probably all about Kang again. If you are attacking on offense, you're going to want to use Kang probably instead of Doctor Strange. For defense, I'm not sure if the full Secret Defenders are going to be the answer for defense. Probably early on maybe, but even if you have Apocalypse. So yeah, it's probably going to be another, like what we have now. It's going to be a Cable on defense and then Kang on offense, and any defense can be beaten by an offense. So that's my guess anyway. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope that answers your questions, and if you do have any other questions, leave it down in the comments below. This is all test server footage, so everything is subject to change. But overall, They're a strong team. I'm not sure if I would say they're as strong. Like, if I compared them to when Darkhold first came out, I don't know if I would say they're that strong. They're pretty close, I think, but still a good team. You know, if arena's important to you, which for me it is, I would definitely go for them. They're going to be really good in war. Like the other war attacks that I did, they won every other match. And also be sure, guys, to check out my next video coming out, probably not too long after I post this video, that breaks down all the brand new A-Force test footage, I guess you could say, against a lot of the teams that I also had shared earlier in the video on that chart. So keep a lookout for that, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.